and the number of users increase, the requirement for the resources will also increase. And when the demand goes down, the cloud will adjust to that and the number of resources will decrease. Because of this reason, Google is offering you guys an amazing opportunity to kickstart your cloud journey. So these are the two courses that Google is offering you guys for free. Generally, these courses are extremely paid and they cost around thousands of dollars. But in this program, you have access to all these paid labs for free. The first one is Google Cloud Computing Foundations, and the second one is Generative AI Arcade Game. Now, let me explain you about each of these programs and how GDSC MJCET is organizing this event in our college. So these, because of our exams, we did not get the first week of this camping. So we have decided to split these courses into 3 weeks, right? The first week will be focusing on Google Cloud Computing Foundations, and the second week will be covering generative AI, and the third week will again switch back to Google Cloud Computing Foundations. But these courses will be much more hands-on intensive, and you will gain skill badges for completing these events. Now, why is GDSC organizing these events? It is to help you guys complete both of these courses before the deadline. Am I clear? So these courses now give you
Ryan,
an over. Yes. All
sorry to
right.
interrupt, but your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Can you check that?
Am I audible now?
Check it
Hello.
for everyone. Can you respond in chat? Your voice is breaking, bro. Yes.
Am I audible now?
Okay, nice. You can start not.
Yes, guys. So MJCET has like our club has divided this course into 3 weeks, and we will be giving you deadlines to complete each course on this time, taki we will meet the deadlines set by the Google. All right. Now these courses they cover a lot of various topics, from virtual machines, networking to machine learning and artificial intelligence. And the best part about this is you get these digital badges and skill certificates that you can share on your LinkedIn, which will enhance your profile. Also, we will be conducting quizzes and leaderboard. We will be having leaderboards throughout this event, and we'll give you a shout out if you win in the quizzes and if you are a top scorer in our leaderboards. So make sure to check out JDSC's Instagram handle. And now, on over to the last slide. Google is giving you these amazing swags upon completing both of these courses before the deadline. So we urge you guys to complete both of these courses and win these amazing swags. Wait, there's more. GDSC MJCT wants you to use these courses and build your projects using the technology powered by Google. All right. Whatever idea you have, you can bond to this club and use these courses to upskill yourself, and then you can showcase your projects into your portfolio. All right, so I've also added a meme here because उतना strict बात करने से माहौल वो होगा. So as you can see here, this is a fantastic opportunity to upskill yourself, and दिस गाय रोड और ज़्यादा मत सोचो, वरना 2 महीने बाद जब दोस्त लोग लिंक्डइन में स्वैग्स शेयर करोगे, तब सोचेगा कि ईमेल पर स्क्रीन थी एंड आई डिड नॉट यूज़ दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. So guys, we are all here to support you on your journey, and we hope you get the best rewards out of this program. We go on to the next slide. So from here on, guys, I'll be showing you how to check the registration email and how you can activate your subscription. All right. Liam, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I actually cannot see the chat. So, s- did you guys receive this email, guys? All right, all right. Now it's good. So you guys received the email already. How many of you guys are registered? Use the codes in the email. All right, amazing. We have a lot of enthusiasts in our community. So moving on, I'll just give you a tour of how to register again, and then uh, I'll also show you around what is Google Cloud Console and how you can use the console tool to build your own projects. And let's get started, guys. So here आप लोग को ऐसा एक email आया होगा, uh, right? So
Bro, your screen.
okay, yes, is it visible now, guys? Uh, By the way, guys, let me know which branch are you from. Can you drop something in the chat? What branch are you guys from, so that I know what audience. All right, amazing, amazing. EC, IT. We also have EC folks completing. All right, trip ITC civil. Shout out to Abdur Rauf Chauhan for being in civil and AIDS EC. All right. So now let me go on and show you the registration process. If you haven't registered, then you should follow this exact steps right now. Uh, can you guys follow these steps along with me right now? For those who haven't registered, can you drop it in the chat? All right. So follow along. First, I will go over to this section where it says you have this link. I'll open it in a new window. And now it is asking me for this code, right? I'll go here and I'll copy this code and I'll paste it here, and then captcha, uh, which is all right, guys. Submit. So now, uh, as you can see, I am brought to this window where I can see a lab section, and it is asking me to sign in. So I'll quickly sign in and show you how I can already get the 9 credits. Uh, wait. Are you guys signing in too with me? Just let me know in the chat. Okay, Karishma,
Which link?
yes, I clicked on this link right here. Can you see my cursor, guys? Uh,
Yes.
all right. So I clicked on this link and then it redirected me to this section, and now I have signed in. And now it gave me these 9 credits. Now most of the people faced an issue during this process because वो लोग incognito में नहीं open किए थे window. Alright, so you need to make sure that this window is in incognito mode because there is some issue with the cache. Uh, we urge you to open this in an incognito window. Alright, so now I'll proceed. Right, so now I have received my 9 credits, and then all right guys, now it's time ke I'll show you around what Google Cloud is and how you can use it. This is your first lab. If you haven't attended any Google Cloud labs, then make sure you pay attention. So this is the window of a lab. Can you guys see this? All right, to start any lab you must press this button. Then you need to click on open Google Console and make sure that I am already in incognito, so I am repeatedly saying that you are in incognito. So it will open it. Next, I'll copy this password. Congratulations guys, this is your first lab and you've opened this console. Now this thing is called a Google Cloud Console. What it means is this will give you a dashboard. ये आपको एक dashboard देगा Google Cloud से interact करने के लिए. You also have another ways of interacting with Google Cloud, जैसे कि you have this Cloud Shell, which is basically a terminal. Like you have your PowerShell terminal. This is the terminal जहाँ पर आप command lines डालकर interact करेंगे clouds के साथ. For this lab, I will not be exploring that, but I'll show you around. There are various sections in this console. For example, if you want to access an API, you get into this section. And if you want to access billing, you have to go here. And there are a lot of tools like Compute Engine, Kubernetes Engine, and machine learning and big data tools also, which you can use. All right, so whenever you have to complete a lab, you have to make sure whatever the steps that are mandatory, you are completing that. Are you guys following along? I'll just check it. Is console gonna open it only in PC? Yes, you cannot do it on your mobile phone, Atiyah. So I'll be going over to the section. Okay, test your understanding. After reading these theory, you have to answer these questions. Uh, this builds a temporary environment in Google Cloud. What do you guys think might be the answer to this question? Yes, let me try that. Start button. Submit. All right, that was correct. So you guys are smart. You understand that there is some theory that you need to cover, but I'll make a point again. that these sections are not required. So first you need to check whatever is required because a lab has a limited amount of time. You need to make sure that आप पहले required sections कर रहे हो. Right. So I'll go to the required section of this lab. It is talking about navigation menu and services. I'll show you guys around. This is called the left pane of this lab. and it is also called a navigation menu. यहाँ से आप लोग APIs, billing, like different sections में जा सकते हैं. I'll go into the API library. Now this is an API library. For those who don't know what an API is, API is a way to interact with data from other companies. For example, Google is having Google Maps, right? It has a lot of data in Google Maps. Suppose I want to build an application and I want to integrate maps into my application. So I will go I will go to this console and I will enable this API, and I will access the data which is already present in maps, for example, and then I'll present it in my app. For example, Uber exactly ऐसे ही काम करता है. It'll use the API of Google and use the maps data and present it in its own app. So I'll go back here. Oh, now this is the mandatory task of this lab, which is to enable this API. Dialogflow API. Okay, let me talk about what Dialogflow API is. It says Dialogflow API helps build conversational interfaces. What does this mean? Uh, for example, you have Google Assistant and smart assistants which have their own voice and they can converse with you. You can use this API in your application to build an app which will talk to people, which will interact with the people. You don't. Okay, so I have now enabled this API, and then I'll check my progress. It says assessment complete. I hope you guys are following along. If I hope you guys are following along. Can you update it in the chat, please? It's amazing. So I have checked this assessment. So right now, uh, I can end my lab. Also, make sure that you spend at least 5 minutes. आप at least एक lab में 5 minutes spend कर रहे हो, because the platform is going to track how you are spending your time. So I can now end my lab because I have already spent 5 minutes and I did the required task. Okay, I'll quickly go over this question. Answer the following multiple choice questions. When you start a lab, you need to enable APIs in your project to start working with Google Cloud. What this means is, आप जब भी lab start कर रहे हो, do you need to enable your API to start working with Google Cloud? I need you to answer this. Amazing. It is false, because even without enabling API, आप Google Cloud के साथ काम कर पाओगे. Right? Submit. That was correct. So I can end my lab now successfully. It was amazing. So make sure you end this section after you've ended the lab, because sometimes it'll cause some issue with the platform. All right, now back to the enrollment email, and it says after you've completed this lab, you can click on this link. So I'll click on this link. See, as you can see, I have received my monthly subscription. Now this was the subscription that Google is paying for. You don't need to pay anything. You don't have to press any redeem or buy credits section. Ab you can start accessing these courses. To access these courses, you can go over to paths. The courses that we already talked about: Google Cloud Computing Foundations and Generative AI. So I'll go over to there are a lot of amazing courses on this platform. You can also explore it once this session ends. For now, I'll go over to Google Cloud Computing Foundations and start learning path. Started. So now I am enrolled in this program, and congratulations. This is how you start this course. Now, in these sessions, we'll help you cover some of these labs, and you guys have to traverse through these sections and complete the modules based on the timeline that we already provided. Also, the next week coming up is generative AI lab. So to redeem that, the same process you have to follow. You can click on this. It will open, and then it'll ask for a code. So you have to paste in this code over there. Like, if I join this game, you have to put this access code in here. All right, that was my part. Now, over next, Mariam will be explaining the next lab.
Hello, everyone. Hi, yeah, please continue. Please continue.
If anyone was not able to complete the whole hands-on thing what Rayan explained, so you can always contact Rayan or any other leads, and the recording will be also available. So don't be worried. Yeah, that's it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mariam Arouj. I'll be taking over from the meeting now. I just want you guys thank you, Ryan, for your presentation. I hope everybody has redeemed their credits and everything at the moment. Please put in your chat. Please put in your answers in the chat box. Like monthly subscription tak aa gaya na aap log sab? Yes, very good, perfect. Okay, now we will be moving on to our first lab. Okay, but before that, I want to know how many of you know what is cloud. Ryan बहुत सारी चीजें बोली, लेकिन आप लोगों को मालूम है क्या cloud है? What is cloud computing as such? The term cloud computing. Okay, not much. Badal. Yes, cloud literally means bill, but what do you think cloud computing means? Any answers? Anything on top of your minds? I would really appreciate. Okay, storage. Okay, there is cloud storage available. A virtual server operating at some other location. Very okay. Yes, this is also a part of cloud computing. ML and cloud. Okay, right. A few more answers, and then I'll give you the actual definition of it. Go on, guys. अच्छा ठीक है, आप लोग सोच रहे शायद या टाइप करने टाइम लग रहा, but I'll give you the answer. Cloud computing in actual definition means that you are able to access certain cloud services through your internet. Okay, that is it. What is cloud services? Those cloud services are computing services such as storage, such as ML, such as servers that somebody mentioned in the chat, and many more things. Okay, not just that much. There are like thousands and thousands of cloud computing services that you can access through just by having a good internet connection. Okay, that is cloud computing. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to everybody.
Yes, it
Can
is.
somebody unmute and tell me? Yes, perfect. Okay. So, yes, companies are giving money to store data on AWS. Yes. Yes. See, basically, what is happening here is they are giving store, right? Why they are giving money to store data in AWS, and instead of because we are able, because if we store data in our personal hard drives or our personal servers, it will take up a lot of space. It will take up a lot of money also for maintenance, for setting up, and all of that. But in cloud, you do not require all of that. Or everything is taken care by AWS. Okay, AWS or Google Cloud or whichever service you are choosing. They will take care of all of your needs and requirements. You just need to store your data, right? Similar to this, all other computing services such as servers, ML, etc., all of those that you guys mentioned are also maintained by the service providers, that is Google or AWS or Azure. These are the top three cloud providers in the market at the moment. Okay, there are five fundamental there are five fundamental characteristics of cloud computing. Okay, first is on demand self service. On demand self service matlab kya? That means ki as and when your demand is there, you can access whatever service you require without any middlemen required. You can directly go to your service provider's website, you can go to your account and select what services you want. No human interaction in between, no negotiation processes, nothing. Okay, think about this. If you were setting up a personal server at a physical server at home, you would have to go to a shop, maybe even order. If you would have ordered it online, it would have to come and then you would have to set it up, and all of those processes you would have to go through it. Okay, but on demand self service, you simply have to select your service and it will be provided to you through your internet. Next, we have broad network access. Broad network access means you can access your cloud services from anywhere in the world, from any device in the world. Okay, the only thing you require are your credentials from the account that you purchased those particular services from. Okay, next we have resource pooling. What is resource pooling? Is multiple resources can be pooled together and shared with people you are working with. Okay, Ryan mentioned that cloud has become a very big thing in the market during the pandemic. In the pandemic, we were not able to communicate with each other. We were using meets or cloud platforms to do all kinds of work, not just classes. Classes to ek cheez thi, but a lot of things in a lot of sectors. We were simply using the internet to communicate with each other and do all our work. So जब क्या हो रहा था, we were collaborating with people, right? Collaborating with people through the internet. So even the cloud service, why did the cloud computing reach new heights during pandemic? Because people were collaborating through it and collaborating through the internet, and cloud services are very similar, a very similar thing in that terms. Next, we have rapid elasticity. Rapid elasticity means as and when your demand increases, your cloud services can be increased. Okay, like a rubber band, you stretch it, and then when you stretch it, it becomes big, and when you leave it, it becomes small. So when there is high demand, your resources will increase. When there is less demand, it will decrease. You don't have to constantly keep buying more things or buying or selling in terms. It will automatically happen. Auto scaling, it is called. Okay. Lastly, we have measured service. Measured services matlab how much resources you are using, that much only you have to pay for. Okay. The resources you consume, the amount of resource you consume, only that much you have to pay for. Okay. That's it. And good example for measured service I will give, if we are using physical servers. Okay, if I have bought a physical service, agar main samjho, even if I'm not using the complete server ki capacity, still I have to pay for the entire thing, right? When I'm buying it, cloud services mein waisa nahi rehta. If I need some of it, so I'll pay for that only. Okay, then we have our next slide, that is IaaS versus PaaS versus SaaS. अब ये क्या रह सकता? Can somebody answer? What is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS? Yes, services. Correct. Yes. So these are services that are Google Cloud, any cloud providers provide. Okay. First, we have infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service, नाम से बोल सकते हैं अपन, infrastructure अपने रहा. Okay, as a service. Infrastructure is what? It is the basic blocks of computing, such as CPU, memory, storage, networking, etc. Okay, infrastructure, basic building blocks. Next we have PaaS, that is platform as a service. Platform as a service में क्या रहता, all your building blocks are set according to your requirements already, and you are given a platform to do whatever you want with it. You can build applications, you can build or you can install your web servers and work with it, and so on. Okay, so you're given a platform to do whatever you want. And then lastly we have software as a service. Software as a service is very simple. You have the entire software available on the internet. You can access it through your browser, do your work and leave. तो इसमें कैसा रहता है, a very good example of software service is Gmail. Okay, you open your internet browser, you enter your email, you log into Gmail, and then you go to your email, write your email and come back. Okay, you are using a completely built software there. You're just performing the task you want to using that software and you are out. You're not building anything. You are not building you are not using blocks to the basic unit of computing either. You're just using a software to do your task and leave. That is software as a service. Have three: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. A very good knack to remember this, I would say, is by using cake. Okay, infrastructure as a service, remember it as making cake from scratch. You go to a shop and you buy the basic ingredients: flour, eggs, oil, and I don't know what else is required, but all the basic building blocks all together. Okay, next we have platform as a service. In platform as a service, you're buying a cake mix, like all of the ingredients are already mixed. You just have to whisk it with milk and bake it. I usually use that. And software as a service is buying a ready-made cake. All right, so yeah, that is the different type of services. I hope these things are clear. We'll be starting with our labs now. Our first lab is getting started with Cloud Shell and GCloud. Okay, there are a few requisites that are required by this. That is APIs, virtual machines, SSH, and OS. So first, we'll just go through these topics, not in depth. We'll just see them. You don't need to understand them in depth. Once we get started with the other labs, you will understand them much better. Basically, APIs are just a set of protocols and rules that allow us communication between different applications. Okay, so in cloud computing, there are multiple cloud services that are working together, right? So communication between them and all of that API se hota. Next, we have virtual machines. Virtual machines kya rehte hain? It is from the name itself, you can say it is like a emulation of a physical machine. Okay, it is a virtual machine. So एक physical machine पे you can have multiple emulations of a machine, which is called virtual machine. Okay, if you are unable to understand, it's okay. And when we do the labs, you will be understanding these concepts easier. I'm just going over them so that you get an idea about terms. All right. Lastly, we have S means secure shell. Secure shell is nothing but like AI is a set of protocols. This is also protocols for internet, for network. Okay, for secure network. That's it. Now, okay. So while you will be doing the labs, you will enjoy this meme even more, and you finally finish Google Cloud tasks by copy pasting the commands. Let's get started. Is everybody able to see my screen, this lab screen here?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I'll
Yes.
just share this link in the chat box so that everybody can jump to this lab directly. Okay, everybody is able to access it.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Some of the participants can also type in a yes, would be very helpful. I can know that you're up to the mark with me. Perfect. Okay. Chalo, let's get started. Like Ryan had mentioned, for starting any lab, you have to press this. So we are going to start lab. Start lab kare, and then I'm not a robot. I have to prove. Okay. Cars. Cars कहाँ हैं यहाँ पे? Almost all of them have cars. But Let's go. Okay. This will take a minute. What happens when you press Start Lab? You are you are given a temporary account to access the educational project IDs and all of that for the learning purpose of these labs. Okay, so you have to open the Google Cloud console in incognito mode, right? And then जो आपका यहाँ पे temporary username and password वो लोग दिए वो भी करिए and paste it here. Password be copied and paste it. Okay, next. You cannot use these accounts again and again for labs. Once you end a lab, you cannot reuse the account. Okay, so you'll have to create. You will be given a new account each time. So this is our dashboard.
Anyone is asking for please repeat.
Please
Access
repeat
denied.
once. Access denied. Okay, sure. 1 second. So आप लोग के lab में गए. Okay, यहाँ पे start lab बोल के button रहता. Please click that. Has everybody done that? What are you not able to access, Fatima? You can unmute and tell me as well. Which lab? I have provided the link. Share the link once again. Don't worry. If you are unable to access the link, you can go. You can type like in the foundation, the fundamentals. First वाला जो module है ना, उसमें getting started with Cloud Shell and GCloud. ये वाली lab में जाना है. From email. No, you can click this. You have to log in, definitely. If you're not logged in, maybe you are unable to access it. From the registered email, you have. अभी आप लोग करें ना redeem पूरे credits वगैरह वही email से. Just click on this link. You will be directed to this lab. Are you able to access it, Sumaya? And Fatima as well?
To sign in to access, so I guess they have that problem.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
No problem, you can go into the course and try to access this lab on your profile.
Okay. If the problem isn't solved, you guys can follow along by looking at following along the meet, and then inshallah I'll guide you after the process is done. Like after the meet, I can guide you personally. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so we had 45 minutes. Usually ample amount of time dete wo log. They give you time to explore the lab as well. So don't worry about the timer much. We'll start with our lab. I've opened the Google console, right? Let me explore this space. I'll show you what all is there here. First of all, on the top left, you guys can see my mouse, right? It shows, sorry, access denied to this resource when I click on the link. Okay, you can do one more thing. You can go to your email. On your email, the link that they have given for the courses, click on that. From that, you can go to the particular lab. The lab's name is Getting Started with Cloud Shell and GCloud. If this link is not working for you, you can do that. You can go through your email. Or simply you can go to skill boost cloud skill boost .google, and from there also you can navigate to this particular lab as well. Is the issue resolved, Ruhina? Okay, I'll be showing around the dashboard. Everybody get back to the meet. I'll show you what all is where. Okay. So first of all, this is your project ID on the top left. This is your project ID. When you click on it, labs or projects will be visible here. At the moment, we just have one project visible here because we have created temporary account, right? So only one it is visible with project name and project ID. Project ID for each project will have a unique ID. Okay. Here we have project information, again project name, project number, project ID. You can even add people to this project. Collaboration, right? All about collaboration. Cloud is all about collaboration. Then we have tons of resources available. Trace data, getting started. This is like all the manuals for you to use, how to use the resources given here. Okay. We have few new stuff. We have few documentation to learn about specific product, monitoring access, and then we have a lot of performance status performance as well. And then in middle we have the API graph. So in this API graph, as and when I add APIs, it will show me the work, like all the here. Next we have our navigational menu. In our navigational menu we have tons of things. Okay. First, यहाँ पे तो इतनी बड़ी list है. उसके ऊपर से when I click on more products, you have tons of more things. Okay. They are divided based on these products by Cloud are stored. Okay. Then these are bases में जो its own ways of working. Next we have compute.
Your voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking. Just a second.
Now it's fine.
Is it better?
Yes, now it's fine.
Okay. Where was I? On the dashboard. Yes. So different products. A lot of products, access them as per your requirements of the project. Okay. And then there is our active Cloud Shell. Active Cloud Shell क्या है? It is basically PowerShell. It is a command line interface. Command line interface मतलब क्या? Here you will put your commands and it will perform those commands and complete your tasks. So there are three ways of working with Google Cloud. One is through the navigational menu. You can go to the products and work with them. Or what you can do is you can type your command here. There are specific commands for specific products. Okay, you can type your commands here and directly perform your tasks. Okay, just with one line of command instead of going the entire process of here searching the activity, searching the product and all that. I'll show you now it works. Okay, the first task is what? Task 1. Okay. Is given zones in each of those regions. जैसा अपने पास जैसा क्लाउड के क्या बोलते हैं सो डेफिनेटली कहीं these are so
Mariam, your voice is breaking.
this is a command. I hope everybody is able to see. Okay.
Mariam, your voice is
Again?
breaking.
Even the screen was not visible.
Yes, in this.
Can you repeat it and पूरा खराब हो गया.
Okay, sure. Am I audible now?
नेटवर्क
Yes,
इशू
yes.
है क्या?
No, actually, no. Just one second. Oh, just a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Just. Is my audio better now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Chalo. Concept say you guys did not keep up. I hope the regions and zone thing was. Is the regions and zone thing that was missed out?
Yes, we missed out the last
Okay,
section.
but I'll just tell you. There are 5 regions. जैसा states के अंदर है वैसा ये zones है. Regions के अंदर zones है. We are selecting a particular region and particular zone to give us specific access to specific activities. That's it. Okay. So that you will learn in more detail when you're in more advanced courses of cloud. At the moment, you do not require that much knowledge. So we'll just move on to the tasks. And I hope this command is visible to everybody. I hope the screen is not too small. Yes, it is visible. Okay, perfect. Let's dissect this command, okay, and see, understand what it is saying us. What is the task that we are getting out of this command? Okay, first the G Cloud, अपना Google Cloud. Configure. अपना task क्या है? Configuring. So config is the keyword for configuring. Set. We are setting our region to US East 1. Okay, US East 1. So I'll copy this code. Config set compute. Compute by where we are coming in. I showed you some. उसमें से compute engine. Okay, we are using the compute engine in this lab. We are using the product in this lab. So for compute engine, which we have to use in our commands. Okay. Our first is compute region. We are setting the region. Let's set our region in the command line. Okay. Paste. अब फर्स्ट कमांड है मेरा तो ऑथराइज कराना पड़ता. Let it load. Okay, update. अब set हो गया. I want to check whether it is set correctly or not. So I will see config get value. Okay, get value. इन यहाँ पे क्या था, सेम है command except for set we are setting get value. Okay, get value returns us the value, shows us what is the value of region. Okay, get value region, so it is giving us US East 1. Perfect, it is working perfectly fine. Next we have compute zone. We are setting our zone. Okay, everything is same. This command and this command is same, right? Only difference is region and zone. यहाँ पे अपन क्या set कर रहे हैं? We are setting the zone. So zone आ गया. Copy, paste. Oh. Okay, sometimes this happens. Reconnect the badena. Okay. Okay, perfect. Paste, enter. We are setting the zone. Perfect. Zone be set ho gaya. I'll use the command of get value and I'll check get value. I want to check the zone also. Okay, so again, what I will do, I'll enter. Oh, error. Again, enter. Okay, perfect. आ गया अपना US East 1D. Right? अपना zone क्या select करे थे अपन? East 1D. US East 1D. US East 1D. Perfect. आ गया. Now, okay. This is for setting the details. Okay, now we have set the details. Now I want to view the information about my project. Okay, so we have certain set of commands such as config get value project. What do you think I will get? What will I get a return value as for this command? Any guesses? Any guesses? Command simple hai. Config get value project. I'm mentioning project. Do you think pura project information aa jata mere paas? Okay, you're reading the value of the project. Okay, yes. Exactly, value of the project we will get. That is, what is the value of the project? Our project ID. See, ये है, देखो यहाँ पे देखो आप लोग, सेम. ओके, अपना प्रोजेक्ट आईडी आ गया अपने पास. Now I want to check other information also about our project. So we have one more command, that is compute project info describe. That is describing all of the project info. Of what project? We have to mention the project number. For mentioning the project number, what we are doing? We are writing a command within a command. You can see this dollar sign, okay? And then when you go to the command line interface here, you can see a dollar sign. This marks the start of a command, okay? So here what is happening? We are writing a command within a command. This command gives us the project ID. This project ID is used for this command to give us the project information. So let's copy it and then paste it here. Enter. Okay. Ooh, we have gotten tons of information. This is literally a knowledge dump. Okay. देखो यहाँ पे थोड़े थोड़े चीज आपने को समझ में आ रहे हैं. अपना वैल्यू यहाँ पे सेट है जोन का, अपना वैल्यू सेट है फॉर रीजन एंड फ्यू अदर थिंग्स. ये सारे चीज़ें आर गोइंग ओवर माय हेड टू. So it's okay. Now we will see about setting environment variables. What is environment variables? Okay, as you can see here, यहाँ पे अपना zone और वगैरह का zone और region का value is just set as value. Okay, की इसका ये है, इसका value ये है, की इसका ये वैसा. Okay, instead of that, if we set it as variables, it will be much easier for us to access. So what we will do, देखो project id बोल के एक variable बना देते, and then within that we will place our project id number. Okay, using the command we will place it there, so that in future whenever I am typing a command, I will not have to type it as I can simply write project id here, the variable project id, instead of writing a whole command. Okay, so that is why we set variables. Is this understood? Till here, is everybody up to the mark? Just drop in a yes. Yes, perfect. Anybody who isn't able to catch up till here? Okay, perfect. We have very good audience here, iska matlab. Okay, copy. Let's just copy and paste it. यहाँ पे project ID. Okay, export project ID. Okay, set हो गया अपना. Okay, we'll view these things later. थोड़ा अपन zone भी set कर देंगे. Project and zone. Okay, zone में get cloud, get value of zone. Okay, यहाँ पे paste. One second. Paste. Enter. Okay, command. Okay, there's an issue. Just hold on a minute. Yes. Perfect. Okay, set. Okay, it is set. Now let's view अगर अपना set हुआ है या नहीं within the variables. Okay, so one more command, that is echo. We are giving project ID, project zone. अच्छा, project ID आ गया. Is everybody able to view this? Project ID आ गया अपना, and then zone भी आ गया अपना within the variable. Okay, moving on. Now this is the main part of our lab. Okay, we are going to create our virtual machine using our product compute engine. Okay, तो compute बल्कि वो keyword use करना पड़ता because we are using compute engine. We are going to create a virtual machine, which here we will be calling as an instance. Okay, compute instances, create GCE Lab 2. GCE Lab 2 क्या है? नाम है अपने machine का. Okay, we are giving it a name. You can give whatever name you want. I am giving here GCE Lab 2. And then that machine will have a lot of specifications, right? So different machine types रहते हैं. Okay, according to your needs, you can have whatever type of machine you need. You can access whatever type of machine you need, no matter कितना लो स्पेक्स का आपका फिजिकल कंप्यूटर है, फिजिकल कंप्यूटर या लैपटॉप, थ्रू क्लाउड यू कैन हैव द हाईएस्ट स्पेक्स के रिसोर्सेस. ओके, जैसा ओके क्लाउड ड्राइव आप लोग बहुत सारे लोग यूज करते होंगे ना, ड्राइव वगैरह. आप लोग के फोन में जब स्पेस फुल हो जाती, यू कैन पुट स्टोर थिंग्स उधर. ओके, आपका phone maybe it is just 16 GB वैसा, okay, but accessing cloud you are able to enhance your capabilities, right? Same यहाँ पे. Okay, so any type of machine you can use. We are using E2 medium. Okay, there are different types of machine. We'll see आगे कौन से type के machines हैं. And then we are going to set our zone. अपना zone. See here we are simply using the variable instead of writing the complete command. Okay, so see simpler हो जाते हैं अपने लिए things when we are using variables. Let's copy this and paste it here. Again lost. रिकनेक्ट कराना. आप लोग का क्लाउड शेल कभी कभार ऐसा होते रहता. ओके, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. देयर इज नथिंग टू वरी अबाउट. It's just that if it is active for a long period of time, things like this happen. Okay, so unexpected. What is unexpected here? Copy. Okay. Enter. Okay, this will take a couple of minutes because we are creating a virtual machine. No, till then I will show you a few more things about. Okay, create हो गए. Yes, created. चलो. Okay, it is showing all the details also यहाँ पे. Our machine type, our zone, our machine, the internal IP, external IP, and status running. All of this is shown. Starting में I told you, right, you can access our cloud services through the dashboard and through the command line interface as well. Let's build a virtual machine. अभी अपन build करें through a command, right? Now let's build a virtual machine through our dashboard. So we'll go to compute engine. We'll go to VM instances यहाँ पे, the first option. Click on it. Okay. VM instances is nothing but virtual machine instances. Instances अपन keyword use करे थे ना while creating, the same thing. So you can see here. See, my virtual machine is created here, GC Lab 2 and all of that. I can again click here to create an instance as well. Instead of doing it in command line, I can do it over here. Okay. यहाँ पे instance 1 बोल के नाम रख दिए, zone, ये selection का है, type of machine. See, these are all the type of machines. Their description, their billing processes, and all of the details are given here. Abhi to we are simply, because you have special access to the Google Dev through our club, you have special access to this course. That's why you will not be billed. But if you are taking up these courses in outside of our club or you are building a real-time project on Google Cloud, you will be billed. Okay, so be careful. And then a lot of things are there. Okay, a lot of descriptions, things that you can alter. You can select firewall services as well, and so on. And then finally you can press create. So it will take a few minutes. जैसा command line में भी अपन जब करें तो थोड़े minutes लिए, it will take a few minutes here to run as well. Okay, तो what happens is command line में खाली एक line में create हो गया. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, अपने को 3-4 buttons दबाना पड़ा था. That's the only difference. Okay, it is taking a minute. Let us get back to our page of lab. Okay, create हो रहा, सब हो रहा. Okay, now we have reached a track point. Okay, checkpoint where we will be checking our progress. What happens is when I press check my progress, the lab goes to my Google Cloud console and checks whether the task that was given is completed or not. So yes, I have created a virtual machine, right, through the command line interface. So yes, somebody has very great internet, that उन लोग की machine immediately create हो गई without इतना ज़्यादा loading. Easy peasy, yes, very easy, yes. That is what Google Cloud का एक इतना advantage है कि it is very beginner friendly compared to AWS and Azure. Okay, so anybody can access and build things. It is very, देखो हर चीज लिखी हुई है यहाँ पे. Okay, even when you saw in the create instance, all tutorials, everything is accessible यहाँ पे. You can do things very easily. Yeah, that is one big advantage of Google Cloud. Okay, so now 2 virtual machines are created. I will go back to my command line interface. Okay, and I will go to my task and see what I have to do next. Okay, there are a few commands for help and all, like in case you do not understand how your machine is working or you need more details, you can use these commands as well. Okay, And next we have our command of filtering, command line input. What happens here is, I'll tell you. फिल्टरिंग कमांड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अपन पहले देखे ना, इतने सारे डिटेल्स आ गए थे. अपन इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए मेरे को गूगल क्लाउड की बोले, आई मीन मेरे प्रोजेक्ट की बोले, तो इतना सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. मे बी आई नीड सम स्पेसिफिक इन्फॉर्मेशन. आई डू नॉट वांट सच ओवरवेलमिंग piece of information. So what I'll do, I'll use the keyword filter. Okay, I'll use the keyword filter to get specific information. Let me see how that works. First of all, I'll use compute instances list. This command will give me a list of all the virtual machines, all the virtual machine instances that are currently in my project. Okay, all of them. तो लिस्ट में डाल दी. ओके, तो देखो दो मशीन्स हैं ना अपने पास. वी क्रिएटेड GCE lab 2 and instance 1. तो दो मशीन्स आ गए. बट आई डोंट वांट नो मशीन्स क्या, मे बी आई जस्ट वांट एक मशीन का. दैट इज माय GCE lab 2. ये तो मैं बस ऐसे ही बना दी. I just want the information of this. So what I'll do is I will use the keyword filter and write the name of my lab. तो क्या होता? It will reconnect. Okay. Paste cloud instances. Enter. So only my particular lab का आ गया. My particular virtual machine, the particular virtual machine that I wanted, उसके details आ गए. Similarly, for other things such as firewall rules, these are also an overwhelming load of information. Okay, so these kind of things also you can filter out, and as and when a lot of things, as and when you can use keywords like filter. I'm telling you all of this because a lot of you might not know how to use the command line interface. Okay, so these are some important things that you can use and learn. Next, we have connecting to VM instances. VM instances क्या है? Your virtual machine अभी बना दिए, but you need to keep it over a network also, no? Okay, so you will connect it to a network using SSH. SSH क्या था? Can somebody tell me? मैं basic definition दे दी जब. Any answers? SSH क्या था? Nobody remembers? या टाइप करने इतनी देर लग रही? Okay, secure shell. Yes. Okay, basically they are just a set of protocols for networking purpose. Okay, secure networking purpose. So what we are doing, we are connecting our virtual machine to the network by using SSH, the network protocols. Okay, that's it. आप लोग को समझना आता है आगे. So there is a command for this, compute engine अपन use कर बल्कि keyword, then SSH because we are connecting our virtual machine to SSH, and then zone भी mention करना रहता है यहाँ पे. Okay, copy and then paste. Enter. Warning. Why warning? Okay, so because we are putting it over the internet, there will be few warnings. We are putting it over the network, there will be few warnings. So just press, do you want to continue? Yes. Then enter a paraphrase. No need of entering a paraphrase, just click enter twice. Okay, थोड़ी देर load होता, then it will give you a few warnings again, and then set. We are on. Our virtual machine is on the network. Okay, now it is over on the network. For us to access things through our virtual machine, we need a web server. Okay, तो nginx बोल के एक web server है that we will be installing on our virtual machine. Okay, let's install. उसका कोड क्या है, कमांड क्या है? sudo apt install by nginx. Enter. यहाँ पे paste. Enter. It is installing on our virtual machine. Dun. I hope it is installed. Okay. If you want to disconnect, you simply have to write exit. Okay. We can also update a few firewall things. No need of doing that at the moment because That is not a required task. It might take a lot of time for you guys. You can go through few of the things, viewing system logs to understand what are system logs and specific computer system logs. अब देखो system logs में everything that you have done in the project वो बताता है यहाँ पे, स्टेटस हुआ था, एक्टिविटी हुआ था, डेटा एक्सेस करे थे, एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. ओके, अगर मैं खाली फिल्टर कर दी टू कंप्यूट बोल के, दैट कंप्यूट इंजन का अपन क्या क्या करे, तो इट विल शो मी स्पेसिफिक कि मैनेज करे थे, ये करे थे, वो करे थे. ओके, दैट इज हाउ थिंग्स. नाउ नाउ लास्ट अपना टास्क इज टेस्टिंग योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ओके, अब पूरा हुआ ये. ओके, नाउ टेल मी what are the 3 basic ways to interact with Google Cloud services? Okay, मैं 3 तो नहीं बोली, 2 तो बोली. तो name the 2 things that I have mentioned in the comments. No options. I will not let you see the options. You need to tell from your memory. 2 ways to interact with Google Cloud. What are the 2 ways that I mentioned? Third वाला मैं बोलती हूँ फिर. Cloud console, very good. One more. Yes, correct. The Cloud Shell, the first and the last one. Acha. Right, okay. So, see, shell is command line interface. CLI. Okay. Next, अपना Cloud Console. Perfect. अपना dashboard जो है वो Cloud Console है. Third वाला क्या रह सकता? Any guesses? G streamer. Somebody wrote the answer here. Okay, G library. हो सकता, नहीं हो. Submit. Oh, wrong. Incorrect choices. So, okay. G library नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरे को मालूम है command line interface और cloud console तो correct answer है. What can be the other correct answer? Somebody can give me an answer? Guess करो. It is not G library, that's for sure. Let's check the options. We have client libraries and G streamer. Client libraries. Okay, let's test it out. Submit. Oof, perfect. So perfect. Correct answer. Very good. 3 चीज़ें जहाँ से अपन अपने Google Cloud Services access कर सकते हैं इस फर्स्ट तो shell, command line interface. Next is Cloud Console, अपना dashboard, and then client libraries. Okay. Done. We have finished our lab. We have finished our first lab. Congratulations to everybody. You can now come to this point and end your lab. When you end your lab, press submit. Okay. अब यहाँ पे आता, let's let it load. थोड़ा टाइम लगता. Perfect. Okay. So previously my comments were I did not understand the concept, not beginner friendly. Do you guys think this is beginner friendly? Screen is not visible. Is it visible now? Yes. Okay, perfect. So what do you guys think? Was this lab beginner friendly? With all the detailed instruction, it is fantastic. It is. Yes, chalo. Great. So beginner friendly. Perfect. Okay. And let's give it full stars. Submit. Done. Congratulations, guys. Your first lab is completed. You might receive your first set of points as well here. Let me know your ranks here. अभी तो मेरा 16th पे चल रहा. Within a few days, I'll catch up to all of you guys. Kind of. If you guys are having any trouble with your labs, you can directly contact us. Now, since first lab is done, उसके बाद के labs जो है आप लोग one by one you can start completing. We will be providing you the resources and detailed instructions as well in the groups. We will be holding more events to complete other labs as well. Now, what is the rank based on? On the points that you are receiving. उसके as many modules as you complete, as many labs as you will be receiving points and you'll be moving forward on your rank. हम लोग के पास leaderboard भी maintained है. So on that also, if you guys want to reach the top, you will have to complete your labs and modules. Okay. Now Aline will be taking over with the quiz. If you guys have any questions, you can put in the chat box. Is it time sensitive? Yeah, the labs are time sensitive. They have a timer here, right? So within that time limit, you can do. Obviously, the labs are given. They give us an ample amount of time to complete. So don't worry about that. What if I run out of time before completing all the tasks? Okay. So this question comes up. That's what I'm telling. Uh, Once start the lab, complete all the required tasks, and then move on to your next stuff, the non-required task, so that you learn the processes. But the thing is, अगर आपका लैब 20 मिनट्स में कंप्लीट हो सकता, ओके, तो वो लोग 45 मिनट्स देते. So they are giving you double the amount of time to complete your labs. So I can guarantee you that you can complete your labs in the given amount of time. You can go through each and every line and complete it. So don't worry. You will not run out of time. But just in case, complete the required tasks first. Any other questions, guys? Okay, Karishma, the rank, no, it is not time sensitive. मतलब आप जैसा जैसा मॉड्यूल्स कंप्लीट करते रहते विद इन द 3 weeks का टाइम पीरियड, you will be able to, yeah, you can retake a lab. The rank will increase according to your points. If somebody else gets more points than you, their rank will go higher. Yes, you can retake a lab. You can retake a lab as many times as you want. It will give you
By
a
the
new
way,
level.
you cannot.
You cannot.
If you have done it, if you have done incorrect lab entries for 5 times, there is a limit.
Acha, incorrect lab entries. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
if it is correct, then there is no problem.
Yes. Incorrect अगर हो रहा, usually क्या होता, maybe there is a server error or something like that, because we are using cloud services, right? So आपके इंटरनेट के ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता. So sometimes आपका सर्वर डाउनलोड नहीं होता, यानी तो वेब सर्वर जैसा अपन डाउनलोड करें ना, NGNX, वो वाला कभी एरर बताता, वैसे चीज़ें कभी कभार होते. That is, don't worry, आप end कर सकते lab अगर वैसा हो रहा तो, and then you can retake it after a while, so that you're, when you have a good network connectivity and stuff. Any other question, guys? Or Alim can start with the quiz. I hope Ryan mentioned this. The winners of the quiz will be getting a shout out from us. There are about 8 modules. Should we complete all the 8 modules, or only the first is enough? Okay. To understand cloud computing as a whole, I would suggest you complete all the 8 modules. We will be holding events throughout the 3 weeks for you guys to have understanding about all the 8 modules. So don't worry, you will be going on along with us. Plus, we will be giving you some homework labs in this event that you will have to complete. We'll be providing you with recordings and resources for you to have a step-by-step instruction guide as well. All the 8 lab modules are important for you to have a complete understanding of cloud computing foundations. Um, okay, Alim, I think you can start with the quiz.
Okay, all right. You
I'll
can
stop.
stop the
Yes,
screen
I'll
share.
stop sharing my screen.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let's start. I have shared the link in the chat box, or you can directly go to joinmyquiz.com and enter the game code. So let's see कि first, second and third leaderboard पे कौन आते हैं. And use your सही वाला नाम because
Can the presenters also join in?
no facilitators can't.
क्या cheating?
Okay, so should I start और कोई है आने वाले?
We have 55 members here. 55 लोग यहाँ join कर लो.
Yes, yes.
You guys can join in from your mobiles as well.
Yes,
Group में भेज दिया link.
आप लोग का अटेंडेंस जो रहता जिसके उससे आपको जो सर्टिफिकेट्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं आखिरी में, तो इसके ऊपर रहता मतलब क्विज से अटेंडेंस लेने वाले हैं. सो मेक श्योर यू जॉइन द क्विज. Don't join with the incorrect name. They don't know because we can't put your attendance. I recommend joining with your correct name. चलो फिर शुरू करना.
Anyone left to join? Please put in the chat box. Join हो रहे बोल के.
Yes, so that we can wait. All right, so let's start. बाकी के 10 जने नहीं आ रहे किसी को. चलो बिस्मिल्लाह शुरू करना. मैं हूँ.
Let's begin.
Cloud computing, what does that term?
Few more people are to answer. 3 more. चलो चलो जल्दी. Easy answer है ये. Easy question है. Okay. Next. Ooh.
Har is on the top. So let's.
RS on the
Yeah.
right.
ओके, हारिस को पीछे छोड़ते अब्दुल हकीम आगे निकल गए।
माशाल्लाह।
ये तो सबको मालूम है।
ये तो आ जाना चाहिए गाइस, ये तो मैं भी पूछी। I hope everybody gave a right answer for this.
ओके, अमान ऊपर आ गए, अब्दुल हकीम स्टिल ऑन द टॉप।
न्यू पीपल का अमान दानिश।
होस्ट कहाँ से आ गया भाई?
Okay, some of you gave wrong answers.
SSH बोलता एस का अलग है, समझे शायद। एस का अलग है, फिर एच का अलग है।
That was the tricky part, हाँ. Nice.
Primary purpose of an API. Starting में बोली थी मैं. Even Ryan mentioned it. Ooh, Ruhina, Umar are on top. Perfect. Most of you answered this correctly. Very proud. आ जाना चाहिए please.
ये देखना है। ओके, अब्दुल हकीम फिर से आगे।
Oh, no changes. ये कौन लिख दिया public access authentication system?
प्राइमरी ओके, अब्रार थोड़ा ऊपर आए, लेकिन नो चेंजेस ऑन टॉप 3
On a single physical machine. उधर फोटो भी थी ना PPT में. It was a minute detail after we created the virtual machine, if anybody remembers. Ooh, Danish has reached second place. Nice. ये the last question भी था. I hope everybody gives the right answer. on. 6 more people left. Jaldi, jaldi. Time's up.
Oh, Umar.
Congrats.
Umar on second. Nice.
अच्छा ज्यादा
What's
रॉन्ग आंसर्स दिए यहाँ पे. अच्छा. See, there are two ways, right? Those are the two. Famous, most famous. Conflict list. List क्या करता? It will give you. जल्दी जल्दी. Done. Ooh, Ruhina is back यहाँ पे on the top 5.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, ये डिसाइड करता. लेट्स गो.
This will be the deciding factor, guys. Last chance to overtake the number one.
सीजन है तो गिव अप पिच कर दिया ऐसा दिख रहा. ओके, दिल हकीम को कोई बीट नहीं कर सका.
माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह.
Nice.
Third place is Aman. Second, Umar. First, Hakeem. Congratulations.
All right, we are done with this. You can.
Amazing, guys. So, uh, Tashfeen,
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Uh, we'll quickly go over through the lab of module 2, and the rest of the labs are, as Maria Muruj mentioned, their homework for you guys. You guys can complete them. And Tashveen, you can continue the lab as quickly as possible. Hello?
Just start करें. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Let's start with module that is cloud infrastructure. Here in this session, we'll learn about storing stuff in cloud. Does anyone have idea how to store stuff in? Okay. Uh, okay. So we store stuff in bucket. So what is bucket? Bucket is a fundamental storage container provided by service providers. Basically लॉजिकल कंटेनर्स रहते हैं जिसके अंदर अपन को डेटा स्टोर रहता. ठीक है. In this lab, we will be learning. In this lab, we will be learning on how to create bucket and upload data into it, and upload object. So let's start the lab. We'll copy this username. I understand. Buckets and objects within those objects. Here MB command specifically is used to create buckets. ठीक है? तो GSUtil MB is used to create bucket. GS is a default class which is present in each bucket. यहाँ पर अपना bucket name आ रहा था. बकेट नेम कुछ भी रख सकते हैं अपन, लाइक ABC 1 2 3 कुछ भी, बट कंडीशन ये है कि बकेट नेम यूनिक रहना. ठीक है. वेल
तश्वीन, आपकी आवाज़ अब भी चल रही थी, फिर से रिपीट करिए ना शुरू से. आवाज़ आपकी चले गई थी.
all right. In this lab, we have to create bucket and upload data to it, or an object into it. First of all, yes, util this is a syntax to create for interacting with Google Cloud Storage. ये GS है, it is a default storage class which is present in each bucket. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पर अपना बकेट नेम आता है. बकेट नेम ना क्या बोलते हैं, 1 2 3 पे रख सकते हैं. वो क्या है, बकेट नेम यूनिक है. ठीक है. तो अपन बाय डिफॉल्ट बकेट नेम एज प्रोजेक्ट आईडी में रख सकते हैं अपन.
Yes, Ashwin. Continue.
Tashwin, you are not audible.
Also, guys, make sure you're following along with our facilitators so that you can complete the lab with us, along with us only. If you face any common for us to face such issues?
होल्ड ऑन गाइस, होल्ड ऑन, थोड़ा सा टाइम लगाइए.
I guess Rayan, you should take over because she is facing network
Yes,
issues.
I just logged into my account. Hi guys. So I'll be taking over this lab. Tashveen, you can stop screen sharing now. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So before starting, let me give a brief overview of these courses. As you can see, there are 8 modules: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 modules that we will be covering throughout these 3 weeks. So today, Mariam Uruj has finished a lab in this in Google Cloud Computing Foundations and Google Cloud, and we'll be exploring Google Cloud Computing Foundations infrastructure in Google Cloud. So I'll click on Learn More. So the task for today is to complete these 2 modules. In the next section, we'll be going over to the third and the fourth module. Right. So let me start this lab. Guys, is my screen visible?
Yes, Rayan. Yes.
No, Umar, we are not covering a lab module for today. Today we'll be covering a lab from module 1 and 2. So sometimes network issue होता and मेरे साथ भी, as you can see, load होने time लग रहा. So you have to be patient during these labs. Exactly. Now it said uh, activate Cloud Shell. As Shell is a way to interact with Google Cloud. You have some specific commands that you can enter into the Cloud Shell to manage the resources and run Google Cloud Console. So I'll be going over to these commands. In this lab, we'll be creating a bucket, and then we'll be updating values and downloading from this bucket. So I'll be giving an overview before I complete this lab. See, a bucket, as Sachin mentioned, is a data structure in which you can store data and you can retrieve data. All right. So there are three or four main different commands that you need to remember. See, this is called GS. GS is the storage class of the bucket. So each bucket has a storage class, and then you specify mention your bucket name. Now this command here allows you to create your bucket. gsutil is the command shell code, and then mb is an argument, says make bucket, and gs is the class name. This is similar to how your uh, local addresses are shown in your computers. For example, have been something like c slash users slash some file folder name. This is the exact same format that your computer follows, but what we are doing here is in the cloud. All right. So I'll copy this command. As Tanfi mentioned, okay, your bucket name has to be unique. So what is a unique feature that we can use? If you think about it, our username, our project id is a unique project id. In the previous labs, we have already seen that project id is unique for every project, so we can use our project id instead of this bucket name. All right. So after creating this, I'll check my I'll check this progress. So after this, the task 2 here is to upload an image. Guys, because the time limit is reaching, I'll be going over and explaining these commands. As a homework, you will have to explore these commands and run this into your Cloud Shell itself. All right. The second task that we are doing is uploading an image into your bucket. Am I clear, guys? Wait, begin of uh, yes. So let me go over to these commands and explain what this does. Now this command is here to upload an object into your bucket. Now this will upload an image, in this random image, into your bucket with the name ada.jpg. All right, and I can run this command which says gsutil c ada.jpg, the image that we've already uploaded, into this location. All right, so that means we are copying this uploaded image into this location. So now we can also remove the downloaded image from the bucket. How we do that? We use rm command. Rm ada.jpg. Ada.jpg is an argument. Arguments can be changed, but the commands here rm, they remain the same. There can be multiple arguments for each command. Exactly. So now moving on to the next task, you can see this is gsutil cp minus r. This let me explain about this minus r. This minus r called as a flag. Whenever you want to modify or add additional features to your command, you add such flags in original command. gsutil cp was our original command. We added this flag here. Now this will modify behavior of this script. What this command is gsutil cp it downloads the object and stores it into the Cloud Shell. If you run this, the command will successfully run and it will show this output. Task go. Okay. So now the task 4 here is to copy an object into a folder inside the bucket. How exactly are we going to do is we are going to use the cp command, but here instead of in place of the second argument, we are going to mention the address of the second bucket, because we are copying this image from here to this. Now I can check my progress. It'll show me that the task has been completed, but follow along. You can see the differences between all of these commands. They have this gsutil. This is the main keyword to use the gsutil package, and then you have different kinds of commands. For example, ls, you have ls stands for list. It'll list the contents of the bucket. And then you have rm stands for remove. Do you guys remember it? And you have cp, which stands for copy. So if you guys can explore it on your own and understand the differences between these commands, it will actually help you to remember all of these commands at your own. So that is it, guys. Remove public access, test your understanding, delete objects. See, gsutil rm. If you want to delete an object, then you can use the gsutil rm and specify what object you are exactly going to delete, and that's going to delete the object from the bucket. So congratulations, guys. Finished this lab too. In this lab, what you have learned is how to create a bucket, how to upload an object into the bucket, how to download an object into the bucket, how to copy the command gsutil cp address 1 to address 2. And that is it, guys. This was the overview for this lab. I hope it'll be easy for you to cover this by your own. Because the time is short, I am not covering this in this section. All right, thank you, guys. Handing it over to Ali.
So yeah, we are done with this. So the session we are conducting is not like a spoon feeding. पूरा बोल दिए भाई एक एक कराना है बोल के. We are facilitating you कि भाई ऐसा ऐसा करना है. So you should बी फेयर इनफ के भाई जाके खुद से एक्सप्लोर करके वी विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग एवरी सपोर्ट यू वांट. यू कैन रीच आउट एनी टाइम, यू कैन आस्क इट इन ग्रुप, यू कैन व्हाट्सएप प्राइवेटली, एनीथिंग यू कैन डू इट. सो बस ये ऐसा है, मतलब कम्युनिटी लर्निंग कैसा है अपन. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई छोटे बच्चों को पढ़ा ऐसा लेके ये ऐसा करो ये ऐसा करो, नहीं. ऐसा दिखा दिया ऐसा करना है, सो यू शुड एक्सप्लोर इट ऑन योर ओन. इसके ज़रिए से आप लोग मतलब खुद से कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होता. आप खुद से फेल होते, खुद से एक्सप्लोर करते कि भाई कहाँ गलती जा रही, हियर इज़ द मिस्टेक. तो आप आपका स्टफ आ जाता. कल के दिन आप क्लाउड के अगर कोई इंटरव्यू में इंटर्नशिप के वास्ते कुछ देना चाहे तो आपको याद रहता कि भाई मैं ये लैब में यहाँ फेल हुआ था तो मेरे को एनकाउंटर, तो आपका स्पीक करने के वास्ते थोड़ी नॉलेज रहती है आप. तो इसलिए ये प्रोग्राम ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे अरे ये क्या ऊपर ऊपर से बता दे के कर लो बोल रहे. तो मकसद ही ये है आपको इंडिपेंडेंट बनाना है कि भाई खुद से आप ला करे. ऐसा मकसद ये है मेन. इसका ये नहीं कि भाई पूरा एक एक बोल लेते जाएंगे तो आप लोग करेंगे. सो मेकिंग इट क्लियर टू यू गाइस, ये खुद से करने की चीज़ है, बस आप लोग को फैसिलिटेट कर रहे हैं. ये जो सेशंस भी वीकली होने वाले हैं, आज थोड़ा आई एम सॉरी अबाउट दैट, थोड़े नेटवर्क इश्यूज हुए, फर्स्ट दिन था. सो इंशाल्लाह अगली बार से विल ट्राई आवर बेस्ट. एंड आप लोग को एवरी इंफॉर्मेशन व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में डाल देंगे, आप लोग फॉलो अलोंग करिए. एंड थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग, दैट्स इट. उमर, इफ यू वांट टू ऐड एनीथिंग और गौस.
Yes, Salim. I think I'll add one more thing. In the next session, we will be covering more hands-on labs, and if you have any doubts, we will be conducting doubt-solving sessions. So, खाली labs नहीं कराएंगे, but whatever doubts that you're going to bring, that we'll try to solve here live. So that is it, guys. I think we can call it off.
All right, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining in. If you guys have any doubts, you can
Please be
contact us
interactive
on
in the
WhatsApp.
community. Yes.
Yeah, if you have a doubt, you can stay and present your screen. वो भी कर सकते 5-10 minutes के. If you want to be resolved
Yes,
now,
if you
it's
guys have any doubts, you can. Yes.
stay in the meet and resolve. We'll provide you the
Yeah. If
presenter
you guys have
access.
any. Yes.